GoGo and Socks, they're the kings of the street, living for adventure with every heartbeat. Together they stand, their bond is so strong, traveling town to town, helping right what is wrong.
Book 4, GoGo and Socks, Frostveil by Paul Rumfeld. Nestled in the far north, where the days are short and the nights are painted with the ethereal glow of the aurora borealis, lies the town of Frostveil. Shielded by the towering peaks of the Varinthian Mountains, Frostveil is a place of stark beauty and ancient secrets. Its history is as cold and enigmatic as the frost-covered forests that surround it. The origins of Frostveil date back over 5 centuries. The first settlers were a hardy group of explorers seeking refuge from the unforgiving tundra. They stumbled upon a natural basin at the foot of the mountains, where geothermal springs provided warmth and sustenance even in the harshest winters. These settlers, calling themselves the Veilborn, believed the mountains were sacred, a bridge between the mortal realm and the divine. They built their homes from stone and timber, their roofs steeply pitched to shed heavy snow, and adorned their walls with intricate carvings of wolves, bears, and eagles, symbols of strength and resilience. Legends say the mountains were home to powerful spirits, the Frostbound. These beings, neither entirely benevolent nor malevolent, were said to guard the land and its treasures. The Veilborn sought to live in harmony with these entities, offering tributes of crafted goods, music, and stories during the long winter solstice nights. In return, the Frostbound ensured the natural balance, protecting the settlers from avalanches and ensuring game in the surrounding forests remained plentiful. As Frostveil grew, it became known for its exceptional craftsmanship and its hardy, resourceful people. The blacksmiths of Frostveil forged weapons and tools of unmatched quality, tempered with the icy waters of the mountain streams. The weavers spun thick, colorful fabrics dyed with pigments derived from rare alpine flowers. Traders braved treacherous routes to bring Frostveil's goods to distant lands, spreading tales of a town touched by the mystical. Yet not all tales were joyous. One story, often whispered by elders, tells of the Frostveil Schism. A faction of settlers, driven by greed and ambition, sought to mine the mountains for their rumored riches. Veins of silver and frost glass, a crystalline mineral said to capture the essence of the northern lights. Despite warnings from the Veilborn and the village shamans, these miners delved deep into forbidden caves. Their actions angered the Frostbound, unleashing a storm that lasted 7 days and nights. When the blizzard cleared, the miners and their excavations had vanished, buried beneath ice and rock. From then on, Frostveil's people swore to respect the balance, leaving the heart of the mountains undisturbed. Today, Frostveil thrives as a small but vibrant community. Its cobblestone streets wind between cozy cottages and bustling market squares, where traders sell everything from cured meats and preserved berries to intricate carvings and frostglass trinkets. The Veilborn's descendants still honor the Frostbound with solstice festivals, where the townsfolk gather to share songs, dances, and tales under the shimmering lights of the aurora. But the town remains wary. Strange occurrences continue to remind the people of their precarious existence. Shadows that move against the wind, whispers in the snow, and on rare occasions, travelers arriving with frostglass shards they swear were found in the wilderness, glowing faintly in the moonlight. Whether these are warnings or invitations from the Frostbound, no one can say for sure. Frostveil's allure lies in its mystery, a town balanced between the warmth of community and the cold embrace of the unknown. For those who visit, the memories of its beauty and its secrets linger long after they've departed, as if the mountains themselves wish to keep a part of them forever. The Frostbound. GoGo, the monkey, and Socks, the black cat, had seen their fair share of strange and mystical places, but nothing quite prepared them for the icy allure of Frostveil. The journey to the far northern town had been long and treacherous with biting winds and snow-covered trails, but they were adventurers through and through, always ready to face the unknown. The letter that brought them here had been vague.
Frostveil needs your help. The spirits grow restless, and we fear for the balance of our land.
Signed simply by Elder Thrain, it was enough to pique their curiosity. As they arrived, the town lay beneath a veil of snow, the glow of the aurora casting a spectral light over the rooftops. The towering peaks of the Varinthian mountains loomed in the distance, their jagged edges cloaked in clouds. Frostveil's streets were alive with activity despite the cold, with traders haggling over wares and children bundled in thick furs playing near a steaming fountain fed by the geothermal springs.
This place is incredible,
GoGo said. His breath puffed out in white clouds as he scanned the bustling square. Socks, her green eyes narrowed.
Incredible, but unsettling. Look at them, GoGo. They're smiling, but there's fear in their eyes.
Before GoGo could respond, a tall, broad-shouldered man approached them, his fur-lined cloak dusted with snow.
You must be the adventurers.
He said, his deep voice carrying a note of relief.
I am Elder Thrain. Thank you for coming.
The elder wasted no time leading them to the town hall, a grand structure carved from dark wood and adorned with carvings of mountain beasts. Inside, a fire roared in a stone hearth, and the air was thick with the scent of pine.
The spirits, the frostbound, have grown agitated.
Thrain explained, his weathered hands gripping the back of a chair.
For centuries, we've honored them with solstice offerings and respected the mountain's boundaries. But now, the balance is broken. Shadows move where they shouldn't, and whispers haunt our nights. Crops fail, and our hunters return empty-handed.
Socks tilted her head.
What changed? Did someone disturb the mountains?
Thrain's expression darkened.
A group of prospectors arrived last year, strangers who scoffed at our traditions. They sought frostglass, the rare crystal said to hold the aurora's light. We warned them, but greed drove them deep into the forbidden caves. They vanished during a storm, and since then, the frostbound have not been at peace.
Looks like we'll be doing some cave exploring,
GoGo said, rubbing his hands together.
Lead the way.
The path to the caves was treacherous, winding through dense forests and steep inclines. Snow fell softly around them, muffling their footsteps. Socks moved silently, her black fur blending with the shadows, while GoGo darted ahead, his curiosity getting the better of him.
Stay close.
Socks warned, her voice cutting through the quiet.
The frostbound might not take kindly to intruders.
As they neared the cave entrance, the air grew colder, and an unnatural stillness settled over the land. The cave yawned before them, its icy walls shimmering with an otherworldly light. GoGo and Socks exchanged a glance before stepping inside. The cave's interior was breathtaking, its walls studded with frost glass that pulsed faintly with an inner glow. But the beauty was overshadowed by an oppressive energy that made GoGo's fur stand on end.
Look at this.
Socks said, pointing to a shattered pickaxe lying near the wall.
The prospectors were here. But where did they go?
A low hum filled the air, growing louder as they ventured deeper. Suddenly, a ghostly figure emerged from the shadows. It was humanoid but translucent, its eyes glowing with cold fire. Behind it, more shapes materialized, their forms shifting like mist.
Who dares disturb the frostbound?
The lead spirit intoned, its voice echoing like cracking ice. GoGo raised his hands.
We're not here to disturb you. We're here to help. The town is in trouble, and they said the balance needs to be restored.
The spirit's gaze bore into them.
The balance was broken by greed. The mountain's heart was wounded, and the debt must be repaid.
How can we repay it?
Socks asked, her voice steady despite the oppressive cold. The spirit gestured toward a deep fissure in the cave floor.
The frost glass was taken from here, the veins shattered. Return the shards to their source, and the balance may yet be mended. But beware, the mountain does not easily forgive.
Carrying the glowing shards was no easy task. Each piece emanated a biting cold, and the deeper they ventured into the fissure, the heavier the air became. GoGo's usually boundless energy waned, and even Socks's graceful steps faltered. As they pressed on, the ground beneath them began to shift. A rumble echoed through the cavern, and a jagged crack snaked through the ice, splitting their path. GoGo leapt back just in time, clutching the sack of shards tightly.
We need to hurry!
Socks said, her tail flicking nervously.
This place is collapsing!
A sudden gust of icy wind howled through the fissure, carrying with it the wailing cries of the frostbound. From the shadows, ghostly forms emerged, their translucent hands clawing at the air. One spirit lunged at GoGo, its touch sending a chill through his arm as he stumbled.
Keep moving!
Socks hissed, swiping at the spirit with her claws. Though her attack passed through its form, it hesitated, allowing GoGo to regain his footing. They navigated the unstable ground, dodging falling icicles and spectral apparitions. The air grew colder with each step, and frost began to creep over their fur. Despite the peril, they pressed on, the faint glow of the altar guiding them forward. At the fissure's heart, they found the crystalline altar, its surface cracked and dim. GoGo placed the shards onto the altar, their light flaring as they touched the surface. The ground trembled, and a rush of wind swept through the chamber. The frostbound reappeared, their forms more defined and less menacing. The lead spirit spoke, its tone softer.
You have done well. The mountain's heart is whole once more. The balance is restored.
The spirits began to fade, their forms dissolved into the air.
Tell the Veilborn to honor the old ways.
The lead spirit said before disappearing entirely.
And remember, harmony is fragile. Guard it well.
When GoGo and Socks emerged from the cave, the storm clouds that had gathered above the mountains began to dissipate, revealing a clear, starry sky. The aurora danced more vibrantly than ever, casting its colors over Frostveil. Elder Thrain and a group of townsfolk met them at the forest's edge, their faces filled with hope and gratitude.
The spirits are at peace?
Socks said simply. Thrain nodded, his eyes glistening.
You've saved us. Frostveil will never forget your bravery.
As the townsfolk celebrated, GoGo and Socks shared a quiet moment by the steaming fountain in the square.
You know,
GoGo said.
I think I've had enough snow for a while.
Socks smirked, her green eyes gleaming.
Until the next mystery, then.
With Frostveil's balance restored, the duo set off for their next adventure, leaving behind a town forever changed and a legend that would be told for generations.
In the land of the Veilborn, where the long nights glow, the Varentian peaks are heavy with snow. Elder Thrain sent a letter, a plea for the pair. The spirits are restless, there's a chill in the air.
For the greed of the miners broke the ancient law. Now the mountain is screaming through an icy maw. Through the geothermal mist and the biting wind, GoGo and Socks where the shadows have thinned. Into the cavern where the frost glass shines to mend the heart of the shattered minds. the heart is made whole.
The storm clouds are breaking, the stars are in sight.
The spirits are fading back into the night. Frostbound spirits hear the drum from the deep dark fissure. The heroes have come, returning the shards to the altar of stone, to find the balance that the town has known. Under the light of the dancing sky, the legend of Frostveil will never die. The aurora is dancing. The mountain